Hi, I'm Jimmy Terrell from QuickBlade Paddles, and I want to tell you a little bit about paddle size and, more importantly, where do you hold your bottom hand? We have a lot of people ask us this question. Paddle length, just in recent years now, people have been going a little bit shorter for racing and paddling in general. It used to be shaka taller than your height, or 9 to 10 inches over your height, but it's really a proportion over your height. And my latest formula now, every year it's been creeping down because my top riders, you're all finding that it's going a little faster, just a little shorter in length. So most of the top guys now are paddling paddles about 10% taller than their height. So for my height at 5'9", my paddle's going to be about 6 to 7 inches taller than my height. So I'm using a 76 right now. As far as where you put your hand, I've said before in some videos that when your elbows are at 90 degrees, look in a mirror, have a friend look at you, but if your hand is straight on the top of the hand like this and the other one is straight up and down like this where you'd grab it, that is a pretty comfortable grip, good for touring, good for just sort of cruising around. But if you want to race and paddle fast, we're finding that a whole nother hand width lower than that. In other words, if you were to put tape above your hand and below your hand, that holding it at a whole nother hand length lower than that is going to give you more leverage, more torque to the blade. So how do you determine that? It just so happens that if you measure me from outside elbow to outside elbow, I'm exactly half my height, and most people are. So at 5'9", that makes my elbow to elbow 34.5. So if you make one tape mark at 34.5, you'll see my friend Brody from Paddle Fit made these really cool little labels he gave me in Fiji. You'll see a plus here and a minus here, and that plus actually is a symbol to help you realize that if you go lower to this side of that tape, you actually have more power. If you creep up higher than that tape mark, you're actually going to lose torque, lose leverage to the blade. Okay, it's comfortable, you might have a longer stroke, but you're not going to effectively get more power to the blade. So holding your hand down lower is really going to give you more power. So what we recommend is even putting tape below your hand and try and hold your hand a whole hand length, hand width farther down on the shaft to give you more torque to the blade. So measure your paddle, see how tall it is. If it's 10% taller than your height, you're in the ballpark where you should be. Have somebody measure you elbow to elbow or stand in front of a mirror. Hold your paddle where your elbows are at 90 degrees. Make a mark with a Sharpie or with some electrical tape, or if you got one of these cool labels, you can use that. One on top, one below the hand, or if you prefer just one on top like I have. That way, if I feel it, I know I'm too high. If I don't feel it, I just know that I'm always trying to grip it lower if at all possible. You're gonna bend more at the waist, and you're gonna have to get your body a little lower to get the blade fully buried up front. But you're gonna find that your leverage is better, and if you use your power and sit up effectively, you're gonna have better distance per stroke, better speed, go faster ultimately. Once you're up to speed, or if you're in a draft train settling in, then at that point it's like shifting gears on your bike. You can creep up your hand a little bit, hold it a little bit higher, conserve a little energy. It's like being in that heavier gear on your bike, pedaling downhill or drafting behind somebody. So where you hold your hand is almost like changing gears on your bike. So hope that helps you go a little faster and helps you figure out a better, more effective way to hold your paddle and go faster and have more fun. Thanks.